All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Karakulas.
And we want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops and great millstone who well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right. Hey, we out of GMS New Orleans count, but the brothers got me out here. All right. I'm on the GMS Mississippi count, but we all together in unity, man. All right, and we out here once again, week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, man.
Hey, my man.
Yeah. We out here once again, week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of America. All right. This is real news TV right here, man. All right. This is real news TV, and what you see around you right now is a movie playing before you. But in that movie, there's a movie spoiler as far as what's going to happen in this movie. And in this movie, what you call America is going to be destroyed according to the Bible. All right, and we're going to break down according to the scriptures why it's going to be destroyed according to the Bible. You can get that in Genesis.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 5. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
And the Heavenly Father, who you call God, looked down on earth and saw that the earth was wicked. This is not how he created men to be. All right? This is not how he created men to be. And the brother, the whole wisdom of Solomon 14. So this is in the beginning. All right? This is after the generations of the beginning. After the generations of Adam, and nations have prospered, man. All right, go ahead.
It reads, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
That's where you get the term a deviant from. A deviant is someone who deviates from the right way.
That's right.
So men on the planet Earth had become deviants. They deviated from the ways of the Heavenly Father, man. So the Lord came and did an audit on the planet Earth. Brothers work jobs. You have audits. You have people come in, all right, do observations to make sure that everybody's working according to the workplace standard. Where the Most High looked on the earth to see if everybody was living according to his standard, and they were not. That's why you will see a business go out of business overnight. They'll fail the inspection. They'll shut down overnight, man. Well, when the Most High brought the flood on the planet Earth, all right, Earth shut down overnight. It was a reset immediately. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
He made a bad batch of humans. Now, just to get deep into it, this is part of the Most High's plan in the first place. But he looked at his creation and said, it's a bad batch of people, man. They totally deviated from how I created them to be. All right? You go ahead.
You have one before me?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
So the first thing man did, and they did this again during Exodus, when we left Egypt. Niggas made a golden cow. All right? But they did that back during the beginning, man. All right, before the flood. And contrary to popular belief, the earth was very advanced. Civilization was very advanced. It wasn't no caveman stuff, man. They even speculate the time of the flood was what you call the city of Atlantis. You know, that lost city, that advanced civilization. All right? You know? So go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life.
Yep. And the invention, because what's the first law? What's the first law of the scriptures, man? All right, thou shalt have no other God before me, man. All right? So that's the first law they broke. They started deviating into idol worship. And when you deviate into idol worship, that opens you up to a whole world of madness, folly. All right?
It says, for neither were they there from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
Yep.
For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
Yep. And idol worship now, that ultimate idol worship is Esau's science, man. It's so-called white man's technology. And the way you know it's a freaking idol, because he put science before creation. He put science before Heavenly Father. You had something called, you had some called,
Yeah, that's some water.
we had so-called the Enlightenment period, man. The Enlightenment period was when the so-called caveman ultimately got smart. His whole thing was that the whole concept of God and creativity or creation was more like an elementary nursing school theory of how we became. And that's when we had the Enlightenment period, and they started going into evolution, Darwinism, okay? But this is the beginning of deviating from the ways of the Heavenly Father, man. All right? All right, go ahead.
Verse 27. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
The worship of idols, man. Not even mentioned, supposed to be named. All right? Because the modern day idol is technology, man. Science. All right?
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 20. And it reads, So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come unto it.
Yep.
And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people.
Now let's get this straight right now, man. The Most High is only dealing with one nation of people, man.
That's right.
That grape is the elect out of that nation. So even beyond a nation, Most High not dealing with the nations, man. All right. But even out of our nation, He reserved a grape out of our nation, and that's what you call the hopeful elect, man. All right. But we represent Noah's Ark now.
That's right.
You heard that horn blow? That's confirmation, man. All right. There you go again, man. We represent Noah's Ark. We represent those 8 souls that entered into the Ark, man. There's about to be a great catastrophic event on this planet Earth. And when it comes to this country called America, all right, only a handful of people are going to be saved. All right?
Got a precept to back up that same thing.
Okay. You get the rest of that, then he'll get that. Yeah.
Verse 22, and it reads, Let the multitude perish then.
Let the multitude perish. Did not a multitude perish during the time of the flood?
That's right.
They were speculating, this speculation. They were speculating that by the time the flood came, there had to have been between 750 million people and 4 billion people. Imagine up to 4 billion people getting wiped out, clean, man. To the point where we went from having one continent on the planet Earth to 7 continents, man. To the point where so much life got lost, so much animal and plant life got lost that they created something called oil, fossil fuel. Why do they call it fossil fuel? Because it's fossils from animals that died at the same damn time from a great event that ultimately caused fuel, which powers automobiles, man. Fossil fuel. All right, but if you go to fossil fuel, it came from dead animals or the skeletal system. All right, over a period of time, creating fuel. Now, what happened on Earth? So all these damn animals died. What do you fucking tell? Let's go, bro.
It said, going back to that Genesis 6 and 7, it reads, And the Lord said, I will destroy man who I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and fowl of the air.
So you go into the science, they break down like the layers of the Grand Canyon, and they said the Grand Canyon was once filled with water. But when they do a study on the layers of the Grand Canyon, they see a certain layer. They look at like the fossils and stuff like that, and they basically come to a realization that all these animals and plants, they all perish at the same damn time. So what happened to all these animals died in the same era, man? That first death. That first death, man. All right, go ahead.
Look at that real quick.
Yeah.
They got sedimentary rock on top of all these mountains.
Yeah.
Right. The only way that could happen is if there was a global flood, man.
Yeah.
Esau knows what it is, but he tells you that it was a big bang, all this madness, man. You got it right.
Why do the 7 continents possibly fit together like a flood? Like a puzzle. I'm sorry. Like a puzzle, man. Why do the 7 continents perfectly fit together like a puzzle, man? That's the easiest puzzle to complete on Earth, man.
Yeah.
All right, like how Africa would easily connect to like South America, and it all come in. All right, and then they even coming out with information saying Antarctica was once a jungle. Who knew, man? Antarctica was once a jungle, man. So you knew Greenland was probably once a jungle. All right, the whole Earth was a paradise. Eden. But the inhabitants, we call the tenants, they messed up the Heavenly Father's Airbnb. They trashed his house. So in turn, what? He evicted them. He evicted them through a concept called death. So there's about to be a great eviction on the planet Earth now, man.
That's right.
All right. You said you was holding something, right?
Time.
Are we done with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Just to back up the periods we're in.
Yeah, you can.
I had one real quick too.
Yeah.
Get Romans 9 and 6.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Let's go, bro.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahweh have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Going to what you said earlier. But the Lord chose a cluster out of, which is the nation of Israel, the elect. The Lord chosen a people within the people, man. All right? And you gotta come to the understanding of that. Right? Like we always say down here, on that first situation that happened in ancient Egypt, the Lord came for the whole house of Israel, all right? Now in this second run, the Lord ain't coming for the whole house, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are gonna die. All right, the elect and the 1/3 are gonna be saved. All right, go ahead, huh?
Yeah, and we don't have to get it, but if you go into the word first fruit, it goes into basically a class within a class.
Yep.
A special people that comes from a people. Roughly paraphrasing, man.
Right.
You go to the produce section, they got fruit, they got apples and oranges and peaches. But then they got the organic section.
They got they always say premium,
Premium.
the top tier.
Yeah.
You know?
We that Kobe beef over here, man. All right, go ahead.
I had a little bit more to back up the elder. This back in that second Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 22, it reads, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain."
So contrary to your Hollywood belief, your Christian beliefs, the majority of our people gonna die, man. The majority of our people died in the desert.
That's right.
So it's nothing for the Most High to clean slate his people, man, and leave a remnant. All right, go ahead.
It reads, "And let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect."
With great labor has he made it perfect, man. All right, the Most High is actually dealing with us. All right, that's why it says in Hebrews 12, "Whom the Lord loved, he chastened and scourged every son whom he received." That's putting us through the oven,
Wow.
the fire.
Right, brother.
When you get gems out the ground, it looks dirty. It don't like no sparkling gold when you get gold out the ground. Or you take silver, then you gotta remove the dross from it. You gotta remove them unwanted metals. You gotta refine it and them impurities. So that's why we going. That's why we going through what we going through. That's why we going through what we going through to get purified, man. With great labor, have you made it perfect, man? All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead, brother.
You know, just to, everything tying back in together, as Elder Brother was saying, you know, that remnant is the only one that's going to be saved out of America on this side. But what? Just like in the days of Noah, only 8 souls were saved, and that was the first death. But now we're coming into the second death, where only that remnant, you know, again, is going to be saved out of America, while everybody else is going to be fuel for the fire. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 6, "Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition, or the destruction of ungodly men."
So you can read about the flood from different cultures to this day.
That's right.
The flood was so catastrophic, all right, and so global that every culture has an account of the flood. And I said the flood is so impactful that we stand on 7 continents. There was once something called Pangea, which means all land. The earth was mostly land, but the flood split up the land mass into 7 different continents. And that's just going into the impact of the flood, man. All right? So what is this second death going to do? It's going to impact existence. It tells you in Isaiah, the earth shall rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. Man, we've been living in safety so long, it's going to shake us. When we make it to the chariots, we're going to be like, God, you know what I mean? We might be like trembling, you know what I mean? On them chariots. This ain't no joke, man. This ain't no fucking fried lamb cookout, man. All right, we got death coming, man. We coming into hard, drastic times, man. All right? We coming into hard, scary, fearful times, man. This is the job of a pastor, of a preacher, of a prophet, man, to warn you about the hard times to come, i.e. World War III. All right? We're going to come into the thick of World War III. The other day, we had a digital disturbance, but nobody's phone was on. A lot of people's phone didn't come on. There was a little, what do you call it? Like a simulation.
Beta test.
Like a little beta test. Imagine you going 24 hours without your phone. Imagine going a week without your phone. A month without your phone. That's nothing. Imagine going a month without technology. A month without clean water. A month without technology working. A month without your mama can't get on that dialysis machine. None of the machines on the hospital work. Then put a pandemic on top of that. A plague on top of that. Then put a food shortage on top of that. Yeah.
Race wars.
Then put some race wars on top of that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Then you gonna know, hey, you gonna know what we were his chosen, man. You gonna know these are prophets. These weren't just some mad broke dudes, man. These are prophets, man. All right? And then you gonna resent your preacher and see to tell you about the times to come, man. All right? Let's go, bro.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30. I'm going to start at 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice.
Yeah, y'all come up here, nods out here. Yup. You know, they come up here. Yup.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom. You know? Yeah, go ahead.
And can play well on an instrument, where they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Yeah, you didn't repent, man. Now, granted, we have a lot more of our people that's woke than they were, like, what, 2009, 2010?
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more people that's...
2007 for sure.
Say it again?
2007, 2008.
Yeah. We was spectacles back then, bro.
Desert out here, man.
There's a desert, man. We going to fight us for teaching. Police get called on us, you know? Now they look at us like, yeah, I know about them.
Brawls and shit, man.
They was getting brawls, man, going to jail, you know? All over because the world wasn't used to the vibration and the energy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. There's like a bunch of bad kids in the school that finally a principal come. You saw Joe Clark, lean on me. Yeah, most I come in that spirit of lean on me, but naturally you're going to be rebellious, man. All right? Go ahead, you got it, brother.
It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
That's the nature of the Most High. He'll send somebody that's insignificant to tell you that this person that's come off insignificant, he's sent by the Heavenly Father. And you're going to ignore him. You're going to abhor him. It tells you that you hated him, that rebuke in the gate. But the Most High set that up. So when he leaves, and he sees the judgment, damn, he was right. You know? Go ahead, bro.
I got something you said earlier. This is the real job of a pastor.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Hey, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. It reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
In the ancient world, let's get some context. In the ancient world, we had walled cities, tent cities.
That's right.
And then we had watchtowers. And on top of those watchtowers, we had watchmen. And what they did, they had a trumpet. And if they'll foresee the enemy coming to the land to invade the land, they'll blow the trumpet. It's equivalent to a tornado siren, you know? So that's the modern day trumpet. So we foresee the evil coming on the horizon line towards the city. So we sounded the trumpet. So you got a nigga on a watchtower, he don't blow the trumpet, you know?
Yeah. What you there for?
What you there for? Out for his head, man.
That's right.
All right, your TD Jakes, your Bishop Bakers, all right, all that, man. Creflo Dollars. All right, go ahead.
Let's start again. It says, Joel 2 and 1, it reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
So really, a watchman, you're supposed to put fear in the people.
That's right.
If you see that your people about to get invaded, we foresee a pestilence. We foresee warfare. If you see that's about to happen, you put fear. Hey, y'all, turn the music down. Keisha, stop twerking. Hey, put down the... Hey, nah, this shit finna get... Hey, man, this finna get real. We not here to tell you nothing good, man. All right? Go ahead.
It reads, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
The day of the Lord cometh, man. We're coming into the second death. Now, what's that second death? Can anybody tell me what that second death is according to the scriptures? Nuclear destruction. That's that second death, man. That's that second death. All right? That's what this is about, man. We're not out here to do no unity camp. We're not out here to be some immaculate speakers, some great orators. All right? We're not out here to sell merch. We're out here to warn you about the desolation to come, man. All right, and somebody get Jeremiah 28, the prophets that have been before me and before thee. All right, go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 2. That it says that ye must be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets and the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. Knowing this first, that there should come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? All right, it says, for since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
So they've been saying that 2,000 years ago. Since the prophets fell asleep, since they went back to the Most High, man, they've been saying the word gonna come. That was prophesizing, our forefathers was prophesizing of the Lord coming back during the time of Adam. And that's in the book of Jude. Ezekiel, the seventh son of Adam, prophesizing basically the chariots, man. It's the seventh son of Adam, man. All right? So, but the point is, our people been scoffing at the word. Man, they've been saying that since the Bible days, man.
Not in my day.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5, it says, for this they were willingly ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Yep.
Right? Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
You have to remember, you got the ozone, you got the firmament, you got the earth. And it tells you in the scriptures that the Most High divided the waters. So you had the waters in the firmament, and he had the water in earth, man. All right, which this created like air, per se.
That's where you get H2O from.
Yeah.
Water, man.
Water, yeah.
The air that we breathe is basically water.
Yeah. That's where you get humidity from.
Right.
Yeah.
The water
Yeah. So we're like fish.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But the point is, man, the Most High opened up them floodgates, man. And flood the earth with water, man. And yeah, to get context, it never rained during the time of Noah.
That's right.
It was only a dew to moisturize the plant life, man. All right? But you understand the flood was a punishment? And then not only did they end life, they ended a way of life. During the time of the flood, you didn't have to slay an animal, all right, to eat. The food came from the tree life,
Right.
and the plant life. During the time of the flood, you didn't have to go to an herbalist.
Right.
All right? One of the privileges of the paradise of earth is that you food was your medicine. So all the nutrients was in your fruit, man. Your fruit, your nuts, your vegetation.
Water.
In the water. Sweet water. Pure water, man. All right? So not only did we lose existence, we lost a level of existence, man. It's like you get kicked out of Beverly Hills and then you got to move to the projects. Now, instead of you having service, you got to get out and work. That's why I said in sweat, you should basically till the land. We're talking about Adam. So, so you have to understand, hey, in the beginning, you have to dig for gold or silver, gemstones. Those on the surface of the soil. So we got demoted after the flood, man. That flood was like a clean slate of existence, man.
Demotion.
It was a demotion
to life, man.
There's no telling how we look in the beginning. Go ahead, bro.
No, I just add
Yeah, man. So who's
We got one more.
okay, go ahead, bro.
It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Can you read it again?
It says 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
And part of that storage is those nuclear shallows. You know, the missiles are stored. You know, so that's part of that. The judgment being held in store, man. All right. First, you have the waters in store. It's something that the brother, our woman Birmingham would say. If you look at rain, right, every rain drop looks like a missile when it splashes. Does it not? Every when it rains, it looks like a raindrop hit the ground when it splashes. It looks like a nuclear bomb.
Warhead.
That's what I meant to say. All right,
Warhead.
it looks like a warhead because when a bomb hits the ground and the warhead hits the ground, it's a nuclear
Splash,
wind.
and it had that middle stem in the middle of it.
Yeah. So guess what? That was those raindrops. So that was like the Most High sending a foreshadowing of what he was going to do later. Because even during the time of Adam, during the era of Adam, nuclear destruction was prophesied from the beginning. This is why I said in Isaiah 46, how he declared the end from the beginning. And that's one thing Allah can't do. That's one thing the Kemet can't do. Haile Selassie couldn't do. That's why he's called Buddha. They can prophesy and tell you things from the beginning, foretelling what's going to happen in the end. That's why he's called the living God. That's one way he showed his power. That's one way he showed his power. I'm going to tell you this thing. I'm going to tell you 4000 BC what's going to happen in 2020 plus, man. Let's go, bro. That's power, man. That's power, man. Don't you know Yahweh Bahashim Hawashaz all about showing his power? He destroyed Egypt. He built up Egypt just to destroy it, to make his power known. This ain't about us. All right? They still marvel at Egypt. Ooh, Egypt. That was a dummy kingdom. That was a dummy kingdom. A throwaway kingdom. Throwaway. Once I set up Egypt to show his power. You know? Okay. Well, you can hold, if you got to the Romans, you can get there before you get this.
Kind. That's the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 17. It says, "For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout the earth."
That's why you read. Okay, that's why you read Genesis, Exodus. It tells you the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. It say the Most High hardened his heart. That's right. Bro. Just so the fellow can say no, so the Most High can go, okay, you know, all right, you know, make his power known, man. All right, you got it, brother.
Yeah, this is an example showing of being a god, right? It's like a definition or a summary of what it takes to be a god.
Yeah, God.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 21. Off the gate, this is what it says out the gate. "Produce thy cause, said the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasonings, said the King of Jacob."
Yeah, man.
It says, "Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen."
Yeah, big emotional nigga.
Man, that's an every week, man.
Yeah. That boy look pussy, man. You know, they can't do purpose. You know, that's how you can tell if a man like that is gonna get destroyed. Because all your energy is going to attract the female. What's your purpose as a man?
He ain't even fit, man.
Nah.
You know, hold on, bust his stomach.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that motorbike, man. Yeah. That bike is on Chris, man.
This is Isaiah 41 and 22. It says, let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen.
Yep.
Let them show the former things what they be, that we might consider them, and know that the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come.
Yeah. Declare us things for to come.
It says, show the things that are to come hence after, that we may know that ye are gods.
Yep.
Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together.
Yeah.
So you got to tell the past, the present, and the future.
Yeah.
In order to be considered a god, but the Most High can do that. He's the Most High.
Yeah. And the point was with King Mashah, with Moses. No, yeah. Moses wasn't here during the beginning.
Right.
So how did he write the Torah? How did he write the law? How did he write the law if he wasn't there? The Most High come on, man. When the Most High went, when Moses went to Mount Sinai, was that 2nd Ezra 14? Hey, the Most High showed Moses the beginning, all right, the present times, and the end. That's why King Mashah came out the mouths like, damn, illuminated. You know, the Most High showed him this. You know?
Yeah, listen, you can tell this has been happening. All you gotta do is go look up Jabal Mafia.
right? That's the region of Mount Sinai. They said it's a perfect circle above a mountain region that's pretty much this hypothetically say 10 miles long, 10 miles around in circle, a perfect circle. And on top of that mountain, the rocks and the crystals and the sand are burned to then like diamonds almost, man. Showing that was the Most High coming down in that chariot, man. And you go to the bottom of that mountain, what they have on the bottom of that mountain? The actual scratchings of the golden calf on the side of the mountain. So that's the actual place that it happened. And on top of that, you go into the courts of the mountain region. They have what would be considered an altar. You can see where Moses was standing. You can see the actual altars where the people were standing, giving ear to what Moses was bringing, man. These events happen. Them long ass Egyptians are on the bottom of the Red Sea right now, man.
Yeah.
All those chariots are toppled over, golden wheels, all that shit, man. Horses. Yeah. The bone structure of horses, man. These events happen, man. Moses really did that in the ocean opened up, man. And walk across that pitch, man. On dry land too.
All those locations at the
He being respectful.
Let's respect.
all of the locations that the elder mentioned, if you go there right now, it's guarded by armed guards, man.
Yeah.
Right. When you go to Egypt, when you go to Jerusalem, all these places that they tell you are Bible spots, those are tourist locations. You can walk through there freely. But the actual locations, you can't go there.
And even there's an account of King Solomon setting up pillars there for commemorations of Moses. Those pillars are guarded by Saudi Arabia soldiers, man. And on them pillars are written Jacob, Esau, all right, Isaac. It's on the pillars. He did that for commemoration to Moses of what happened in Egypt, man. And them fucking pillars are there. They are there. Just like he said he was going to put it there in the scripture.
Yeah, brother. Yep.
It's to back up what you were saying. This is St. John, chapter 13.
I said, one more thing. I don't know. I cut y'all. Because when you look at Egypt, I forgot the bank that that Moses actually walked across. What's across from Egypt? Saudi Arabia. You can stand on the bank of Egypt and look at Saudi Arabia from across the Red Sea. These events happen.
Yeah.
This really fucking happened, man. This ain't nothing fake. Some Disney flick.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, that motherfucker really put up pyramids, man. Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph was the second man under Pharaoh. Oh yeah, the second. Yeah, those are the second.
Hey, no, go ahead, bro.
And Moses, his name was Imhotep. He the one came up with he was the great engineer of Egypt, man. Those fucking pyramids and number silos, grain silos. All right?
No, hey, that's to bring up the point, man. You get a brother get to the Exodus, how they built treasure cities. Because those pyramids they built, those treasure cities. Look up that word. You can look up that word. I think in the NLT, and you can Google image it.
Yeah, okay.
You can Google image that word, and basically it's like they got the names for the cities. And basically, long story short, it's the same architecture. It's like Aztec architecture. Mayan, it's identical. It's identical, man. Now what science do you use to make pyramids? Astrology. You have to align the pyramids with the constellation.
They said on the side of those pyramids, there's these tunnels that line up with the stars, man.
Yeah.
You know, just researching that shit back then, you know.
Yeah. But the thing about it, damn, I lost my train of thought. But basically, those cities, those same pyramid structures are very identical to the Aztec Mayan structures, man. All right. So where did the so-called Aztec and Mayans get that from? They was looking with binoculars, Man, that's how they built it. No, we were over there. It's because it tells you Issachar is good with what? Astrology. That's right. So yeah, we use that. We use that. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. We use that science. We use that science to build those pyramids, and they had a great nation. How do we know it was the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans in ancient Egypt that made Egypt great? What made America great?
That's right.
When they brought us over here, man. What made America great? When they brought us over here, man. And then you look, most of the American patents are patents made by who? So-called black men. A lot of the engineering in America came from who? So-called Native Americans. Like a power drill came from Native Americans, man. All right, because these are the same people that were enslaved in Egypt, man.
Got it.
All right.
This is First Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their command.
Yep. Oh, you already went into that, huh? You already went into that. The understanding of the times.
Nah, yeah, you want me to read again?
Yeah. It's fine.
First Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32. And the children of Israel, which were men that had understand. That's my bad. Issachar.
Yeah.
Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the time.
Now, y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see that movie called Small Soldiers?
Yeah.
The Gorgonites and the Commandos. You think they made that movie for no reason? All right, the Commandos were the Idumeans, the Edomites.
That's right.
He ruled with the sword, and they were hardwired to want to kill the Gorgonites. And the Gorgonites' mission was to go back to Gorgon. All right, but the Gorgonites had names. One of the Gorgonites was called Archer, the leader. Archer, he was a guy that had to be Archer. Then the other one, his name was
Archer looked like a lion too.
He did look like a lion. But the other one, he had something to do with the stars. Like his name had something to do with the stars or something to that effect. Like a navigator or something to that effect. But long story short, those were the Israelites. So part of our ancient wisdom that we carried from the beginning during the time of Adam, which was trickled down to Joseph, because you know how he got generational wealth? He's got generational wisdom. So the wisdom that was carried out that Joseph inherited was an understanding of the stars. Go ahead.
I was going to say, in Small Soldiers, the creator of the Gorgonites said he wanted them to be learning toys to teach children how to learn.
Yeah.
But the guy who made the Commando Elite wanted to make violent war toys.
Yeah.
What's this? Two Mainers of Spirit.
Yeah.
The violent man is Esau.
Yeah, con. Yep. So, that's pretty much the point, man. All right, who they had in Egypt, all right, and you brought up the scripture, had understanding of times. What does that mean? If you have understanding of constellations, that means you have understanding of times.
That's right.
That's your calendar. The calendar's in the skies. That's why in wisdom of Solomon, King Solomon said wisdom taught him the rotation of the stars. Why is it the rotation of the stars? Because that's a calendar, man. You can look at the stars and the constellations and see what time we in. It also tells you that in the Proverbs, they go into those four names of the constellations. You know? All right? But if you go to Exodus, go to those treasure cities, and I'm willing to get it in the NLT. Okay, come on.
This book of Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. I'm going to read it in the KJV and then NLT. It says, therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities.
Now, this not a Walt Disney movie like you said. This actually happened. These in the Josephus, it says the Hebrews built pyramids. You know? Go ahead.
He built the pyramid, like you said.
These are pyramids.
They got these pyramids all around the world, man.
That's right.
I done seen some. Esau filmed them even underwater.
Yeah.
Pyramids, man.
Those are ancient structures.
Yeah, even over there in Antarctica, man. Pyramids over there.
And you said those are silos, like a pyramid is basically a silo?
Yeah, Joseph made them, as some of them made them like silos for them grains.
Store the grains.
Grains.
Okay, cool.
In the time of Egypt.
Storehouses. Got you. Because that's what they are, the storehouses.
Yeah.
This is the NLT version. It says, so the Egyptians made Israelites their slaves. They appointed brutal slave drivers over them, hoping to wear them down with crushing labor. They forced them to build the cities of Pithom and Ramses.
Now somebody Google image Pithom and Ramses. Come on, man. See, you heard in ALT they named the treasure cities. Go ahead, read that again. That last part.
They forced them to build the cities of Pithom and Ramses as supply centers for the king.
Supply centers, storehouse, supplying what? The wheat, the grains.
Yep.
Come on, man. Supply centers, man. This is a really a functioning economy. Egypt was the first America. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
The first enslavement of our people.
The first enslavement. Hey, the city that is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. I was sending to Egypt again, man. This is New Egypt, man. All right? You know?
But like I say, Imhotep, which is the Egyptian name for Joseph, man. Joseph was an Israelite, all right? And Joseph was like basically like he was the herbalist. He was the engineer. He had many jobs, man. And he was the second man under King Pharaoh Dozer the second, man. Right?
Who was that Freemason? He was a black nigga that built America in Washington, D.C.
Benjamin
Banneker, man. That was a Jake. So
Yeah,
Jake built America just like Jake built
Yeah, and a lot of times, I don't know if you brothers know, you look on the $2 bill, you notice you see the black man sitting next to the wall. You ever seen that? $2 bill? Yeah, they had Jakes. Jakes, they have in their hand and everything, man, from the beginning. You know? It's always been that way. You know? Ancient Roman Egypt, you had Jakes as generals. All the time, and I ain't got my book. I ain't got the bangers today. I could have brought the bangers out, you know, different books. But Jake always been, intertwined in this thing, man. Higher ups too, man. Shot callers.
Yeah, because you know what? Not all Jakes were enslaved. The first masons were Jakes.
Right.
The first architects and the engineers were Jakes. So even when they wanted to orchestrate America, who the hell was that? Benjamin Banneker?
Right.
All right. Then they had a lot of Moors from Spain and Portugal as war generals. They helped orchestrate the U.S. military, man. Because those real chess players are Jakes, man. Real strategists and war generals are really Israelite men.
The other guy, might be mistaken, Tiberius.
Julius Tiberius.
Yeah, that was a Jake, man. And then Esau used him. He needed another Jake to take down other Jake because they couldn't take Jake down, man. Jake was just putting the foot in their ass.
Yeah.
So they used another Israelite to strategize how to take them down.
Yeah.
They used that here too. They put Judah against Gad against Judah.
They did.
They couldn't take down Gad by themselves, even with a Gatling gun. They couldn't mess with Gad, man.
How about some with that?
Hey, if I could say, all those Jakes you mentioned were who? Were what? Judites.
Yeah.
What was it saying? Genesis 49, Judah shall be in the neck of their enemies. Judah, you see, Judah is in the midst, like, when you see, like, a lot of these higher-ups in the governments and stuff, it's usually Judah, in the midst of things.
And then, Apostle Hart went into that because IUIC was saying that, and really, Judah really going to be in the neck of his enemies, man. Like during the race wars, man. All right? You really going to be like the tribe. That's why the Most High got gangsters. Take out into that street shit, gangsters. I'm not going to go out into the names of the gangs. But that's really the Most High raising up men for the race war, man.
Just like down here, at one time, we didn't have no Latin tribes down here. Now you got all tribes down here.
Yeah.
It's like they're in New York now.
It's a war strategy.
Yeah.
It's a war strategy, man. You being encompassed.
Right.
Encompassed, man. In Northern Kingdom, that's a badass kingdom, man. The so-called Hispanic man. All right, that's a badass nation. Speaking, that's how you know that was in Egypt. Look how fast the so-called Hispanic man can erect a building. Look how fast the so-called Hispanic man can put a building together. All right.
This is from redthread.net, and it's talking about the comparisons between Joseph and Imhotep, who was, they give Imhotep, he was during the Egyptian 3rd dynasty under Dozier II. He got a motorbike now. I guess Haile Selassie blessed him.
With some gas, man. Yeah, we had cut in there.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Came to the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But it said he was during Dozier's reign, 2630 to 2611 BC. And these are a side-by-side comparison of what both of them were known for doing. got it?
Can't get it to focus. Yeah.
It says, this is for Joseph, second in command under Pharaoh. For Imhotep, second in command under Pharaoh Dozier. Joseph lived to be 110 years of age. Imhotep lived to be 110 years of age.
Yoshi's American name. Imhotep. You know his Egyptian, you know what I mean?
No.
Joseph, a great architect and builder. Imhotep, a great architect and builder. Joseph stored up corn during 7 years of plenty. Imhotep stored up corn during 7 years of plenty. Joseph saw 7 years of famine, fed the people. Dozier stored up corn during 7 years of plenty, saw 7 years of famine, fed the people. They were both interpreter of dreams. Joseph built pyramids and palaces. Dozier built the step pyramid and palaces. Joseph, Zapana Panea, preserver of life. That was a title for him being a physician of servants. Imhotep was a physician. Joseph instituted an income tax of 1/5. Imhotep instituted an income tax of 1/5.
That's the Hebrew too. The Hebrew goes into like in the law, if you got like a 20% compensation type thing, if you owe somebody their 1/5 compensation. All right, you got it.
Joseph married into the priesthood of On. Imhotep married into the priesthood of Heliopolis. On. Joseph, a knowledge of astrology, the same for Imhotep. Joseph, coat of many breadths, colors, wide tunic, became an educated man. Imhotep, a poet and educated medical writer. They were both overseers of works, both legendaries of, when you write down a legendarium, it means you're a historian. They were both historians. Joseph, name means to add, increase, to join or gather together. Imhotep, name means the one that comes in peace. Joseph was one of 12 siblings. Imhotep was one of 12 siblings.
That's not the guy.
I can't say it anymore. Like, and that's how you know, that's what a real Israelite is, man. And back in the old time, man, an Israelite, you was basically a mini god. An Israelite, you was an architect, an engineer, a warrior, or a poet, a teacher, a musician.
Renaissance, yep.
You know, that's what it wasn't no thug, it wasn't no nigga. You know, it wasn't no rapper like them. All y'all rappers, you know, they got like one dream. They got like 3 dreams, man.
Yeah, the thing to be in the old world was the men used to be heavily debating. They used to be in the libraries, man.
Yeah.
Right? Getting in those historical books.
How they would say, spit that science, God.
What you think Ptolemy? What the fuck you think Ptolemy did? In destroying what? The library.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right? Because that was where all the who's and the big wigs were at, man. Alexandria, you know, which is a heavy place for Israelites.
And showing you that those are Edomites coming back. What happened in slavery? Your ass couldn't read. You know, because that knowledge put power in you. Knowledge is power. And the ultimate book you couldn't read was the word, man. All right? That book of remembrance. You don't want a lion to remember that he's a lion.
I got that part for you, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Going into
Jabal
Makla, that circle I told y'all about.
Oh, yeah.
On the top of the mountain over there in the Middle East. All right? Well, in Mount Sinai, show you that Moses actually dealt with the Most High. You know, actually dealt, all right, with that chariot, man.
Here's an image of Jabal Makla, that black and pink. While the rest of the mountain is your typical brown color. And they said the outside of the rock was black, while the inside was the color of the rest of the mountain, showing what? Burning. But this is going into what about the black and pink? And it says the darkest spot is at the top of Jabal Makla, which is within a broader black streak that is a bit less dark. The less darkened portion is below the top and continuous along the ridges, extending about a half a mile to the northwest to another peak.
That's how big that chariot was, man. It was a half a mile long, a half a mile encircling.
Did we get that earlier today? Like how the mountains burned in his presence, the mountains flee in his presence, something to that effect. Well, we read that on the live comment in their home. Yeah.
The darkened rock also encircles the plain that is in the front of the mountain, giving it the appearance that is similar to an arena. The rest of the mountain is brown and gray.
The rest of the mountain is brown and gray, man. But basically, more evidence. This ain't no fucking coloring book, man. Excuse my language. It's not a coloring book, man. Yeah.
There's no modern technology that can get up to a mountain and do that fucking wire.
Take that. No, go ahead, bro. Take that. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, Jay got something saying. Jay got a saying, I got receipts. Well, the Most High is a Judite. He's an Israelite. He leaves receipts. All right, that what we read about is a receipt, man. All right? Even Lot's wife, the remnant of Lot's wife, like she was actually there. Those are receipts, man. Oh, what they call biblically is samples. It's signs. Come on, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yes, just to back you up, this the book of Isaiah, chapter 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, none of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth hath commanded it, and his spirit hath gathered them. That's just to back up, what the elder was saying, man. This ain't no coloring book, man. Because what does this book contain? The prophecies, you see? And that's what sets this book apart from any other book on the face of the earth. You see? Hey, this book aligns with history, real history. All right? You got it, huh?
God. You want me to read the
Well, and the point is, man, the Most High is all about receipts, man. He does those things on purpose. He wanted the archaeologists to come over there to find it, man. All right? To make his power known. All right, that's why the Most High created us as a nation to be a reflection of him. So Zion, remembrance.
Hey, like them assholes talking about, oh, we got the Ark of the Covenant. Like, you don't have the Ark of the Covenant, man. Nobody has the Ark of the Covenant. You know? And I think we were reading the scripture one time. The Lord hid it. The Lord hid the Ark of the
second Maccabees.
And then first of all, you got
Ark of the Covenant.
You got to be a Levite to even hold the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to be an Israelite, you have to be a Levite. What happened? Like it tilted. Then the Israelite went to grab it off the reflect, and Most High tripped his ass, man. So what grade are they? So-called. Because the Most High was by the books, man. All right.
This is again about the blackened peak on Jabal Machlah. The darkest spot is at the top of Jabal Machlah.
Like on a mountain, you got the top of the mountain ridge. It had a half a mile circle, perfect circle, man. On top, go ahead.
Which is within a broader black streak that is a bit less dark. The less darkened portion is below the top and continues along the ridges, extending about a half a mile to the northwest to another peak.
Get the other thing for it.
Bob, well, the rocks at the top of the mountain are only black on the outside. The inside is a different color, red, pink, and brown, making it tempting to envision the rocks having been burnt. Bob Cornuck, the president of Base Institute, climbed the mountain in the 1980s and described the rocks at the top as completely black and looking slick like glass.
So that chariot was hot, man. That chariot, when it came down to deal with Moses, all right, that chariot was blazing hot and it burned the rocks on the ground until it turned into glass, man.
Hey, the impact is in Exodus.
God.
You know, the impact and how Jake was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We want to speak to the Most High directly.
Yeah.
Who is Moses? Let us talk to the Most High.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful what you a little more.
God. When broken, the inside of the rocks shows a reddish tan layer and a brown core that matches the rocks found on the rest of the mountain. It indicates that the rocks
to this day. We ain't talking about
back then.
Back then, we talking about today. You go do that. You go up there today on that mountain, and that rock is like glass. When you break it, the regular portion of the soil in the middle is still the same, but the two outer layers are like glass. All right. To this very day, man. Go ahead.
It indicates that the rocks had a chemical interaction that only altered the outside and only occurred at the top of the peak.
Come on, man. With a perfect half a mile circle. You know, you draw a circle, you shade the inside. Yeah. That's how the top of that mountain was, showing that was the event that actually happened with Moses, man.
Yeah, we got the receipt to prove like this is the impact of his visitation.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, "The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt."
The hills melt. That was the hill melting at Yahweh coming on the planet Earth, the Heavenly Father. You know? So, going to show you, like, that's proof. And I think that was, 4,000 years ago?
Yeah.
When Moses was here?
This guy went up there in 1980. It is still like that.
Thousands of years later.
Yeah, but the Jericho going up the mountain, man. All right? 4,000 years later.
Yeah.
Receipts. We got the Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead, bro.
And Lord, the Lord always put his address on. We always talk about that down here. The Lord put his address, his name, everything on it. Stamps on it. That's me. I did that.
The graffiti right there was here. All right.
I said tagging.
Yeah, tagging.
Yeah, tagging.
Got a little bit more for you, though. All right. I'm gonna start at the top again. It says, Nahum 1 and 5, "The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein."
The earth is burnt at his presence. That seems like a burning to me, what you just brought out.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, man. Seared. So, y'all need to understand, I'm talking about two people out here. Because we understand. When they say the fear of Yahweh by small shot. And we understand why it's taking over 55 years for the Most High to actually execute judgment. The Most High had, 3 generations of teachers? From 1969 to now. So you got Elder Abba Bivens, Elder Iqua, all right? High Priest Ariah, King Masha, that's one generation. Then you have Elder Apostle Sahar, you know, with his men, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Rakha, Elder Apostle Ramla, that's their generation. You got the 07 YouTube era. So that's 3 generations of prophets prophesizing the same thing. All right, prophesizing what? Nuclear destruction to America, man. All right, and the Most High is so graceful. This is called a grace period. The quiet before the storm, to get your shit together if you're an Israelite. It's so impactful that it's 55 years of warning you. So what's about to happen on the planet Earth where it's going to take 55 years of warning you that it's going to happen? Impact, man. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. "Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets."
Like the movie Knowing. What's the game? Was it Nicolas Cage? In the movie Knowing, he started setting up the numbers and shit. He went out there, he started an illustration of Ezekiel, and the Most High handed Ezekiel a scroll, which was the prophecies, man. Ezekiel, he saw a book, he opened this full of Lamentations, mourning, and woe. At the end of the movie, basically, that nuclear brooms swept America, man.
That
beast of destruction. You ever saw that Mickey Mouse musical when y'all was a little kid? And it was like all them different brooms sweeping dust. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen when those nuclear missiles hit America. They're wave, man. That's why it's taking half a century for it to happen. Because when it happens, it can't unhappen. It tells you the wrath of a king is like a lion going after his prey. You can't return that lion from his target, man.
Like I said, the same thing happened in the movie Transformers.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam went wiki. He started seeing the different codes, which that's the scriptures. Nobody else could understand what he was seeing, and he was basically showing you everything that was finna happen. And who came? Megatron. What was his mission? To completely obliterate those who was doing wrong with the earth and set up his own kingdom. Yeah. That's the same thing our Lord coming to do, man. But I had a scripture to back that brother up as well, man. This the book of Psalms, chapter 25 and verse 14. It reads, "The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will shew him his covenant."
And you know what? If you're not the 1/3, the Most High gave you the matrix. The matrix is like a veil to blind you from what's really about to happen.
That's right.
You know, it's like a false reality. I'm gonna give them a false reality because it tells you, is it Isaiah 6 and 9, where like when shall they wake up? And basically when the missiles come, ultimately.
Yeah, the Lord said that.
Yeah. So it said if this gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. whom the God of this world has blinded. So the Most High has allowed Esau Edom to create a false reality called a matrix to blind you from the reality that this place is almost out of here, man.
Right.
You know? And we see all the signs, because you can compare America to what the Roman Empire. Everything degraded before Rome got destroyed. The food, the music degraded. All right.
The morals of the people.
The morals of the people degraded. Their currency degraded. All right. So same thing with America. The music degraded. You got sexy red.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a hoe, at least rap like know how to rap. You got these like niggas that rap then get killed 6 months later. It's like everything is degraded. Even the love song is just straight carnality. It ain't no this love no more.
And one thing that happened in Rome too, right? Before Rome ended, a lot of the music and even the things in theater, they couldn't come up with nothing new. So that's why you see the same thing happening in America. Why the hell is you trying to make a Scarface suit?
Yeah.
It was a classic.
Yeah. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. They coming out with the Ninja Turtle shit. You didn't think
Again.
about Chucky, Freddy Krueger.
Coming to America.
Yeah, coming to America. You made that shit already, man.
Chucky should be about what, 40 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga, what his name is? Charles Lee Ray should have been and died, man.
Yeah. That nigga old now, man. They don't know dog no more.
Inside that dog, man.
Yeah. Fuck out of there, man. But the point is, you're right. They recycling ideas, man.
Yeah, no creativity, no concepts, or nothing new.
Look at it.
And real quick, you got these young guys out here that ultimately believe, man, these dunks are new. Nigga, we had that when we was young. Foam mics and shit. We had this shit already. They think that shit is new, man. Man, look at these James. Man, them James that came out 9 times already, man. That nigga keep making, he just changed the colors. That shit came out.
It's like a model ripped the runway. The model keep coming out.
Yeah, the same model with a different face.
Yeah.
Just look at it. It's coming out with a different face,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
She's sad, happy, frowning.
Same bitch, man.
Same bitch. What's going on here, man? You know?
Yeah, and that's how you know there's an incline and there's a decline.
Yeah.
You saw Great Gatsby?
Yeah, I seen a little
That's a
piece
little
of it.
snippet. But it went back to a period in the 1920s. They called it era the Roaring 20s. Was it the end of World War I? America hit a lick. So there was so many millionaires and billionaires in America smoking 100 cigars wrapped in $100 bills. America was litty in the 1920s, man. All right? That's when, like, I think the Rockefellers was, like, cashing out, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Making these steel buildings. A good documentary to watch is, like, America, the story of us.
Yeah.
But that's like the birth of America, man. But what they don't want to tell you, because of something called hubris, all right, is that there's a beginning. A nation is just like a human. There's an infancy state, there's a child state, there's an adult state, and there's a declining state.
Right.
You know? So now America is in a state of decline, just like any other nation. So America is about to be out of here. All right? I know.
All right, so kind of how we started. This St. Matthew chapter 24, and look, start at 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Yep.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
No matter where you go, it's going to be a wedding. You can go to any 50 states in America, no matter what's going on earth. They get married in it's a wedding in America. They take a little wedding pictures. It's part of the days of Noah, man. They always doing new construction. It's always some buildings being erected, man. All right? That's how you know we are in the days of Noah, because everybody has this delusional mindset. They're in the matrix. And they have a direction in life that has nothing to do with the prophecies, man. Like how people are going to and fro. This is the days of Noah. All right? But now we're not in front of a physical ark. We're in front of a spiritual ark. All right? Go ahead.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Yeah, what does it mean, eating and drinking? Your Saturday is made up of going to restaurants, going to bars. That's eating and drinking right there. Restaurants, bars, bourbon. That's all you do now. Yeah, get drunk. Eat slices of pizza. Eat watered down liquor. All right, and eat slices of pizza, man. You know, and practice the art of debauchery, which part of the nature of Rome is having no fucking morals, man. All right. You started again where it said they were drinking and yeah.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Games, coliseums, sports. They had that during the time of Noah. They had their rendition of that. All right, they had their entertainment. Basically, before the Most High destroyed mankind degrades to a childlike state. A child always want to seek fun, pleasure. It's a child, man. A child likes something called discipline. All right, so before the Most High wipes out a nation, the nation degrades into a very childlike or primitive state, man. Biblically, they call that living after the flesh. You've degraded or resulted to living after your lower nature. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, decadence.
Decadence,
right?
Yeah.
Which every 10 years comes a decade, and that's when the morality loses its whatever it built up to be, its integrity, right? This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child.
Yeah, because who's the king? The king of Babylon. Started with the elites. All right? Started with the elites, man. All right? The elites. They don't want nobody to be in a sober state, man. Oh, yeah.
All right, Limo.
You go get that word decadence first.
Come. Yeah. Before, if I can add, that's the reverend, right? That's why I said let no man take thee in thy jollity, man. That's that revelry, that jollity, man. Get that in Sirach. But you got it.
It's the word decadence in the online etymology, and it reads, it says a deteriorated condition, decay. It reads
decay. Decadence goes back to the word decay.
That's right.
So that,
Let me get a little bit more. It says meaning process of falling away from.
Woo! Hey, because look, America had more conservative about it, more tradition about it 100 years ago, 70 years ago. 70 years ago, America was more structured. Our group was more structured.
I got the scripture for him. No, I got it more. Go ahead. It says the process of falling away from a better or more vital state.
And ultimately, we were in a state of decadence when we were in Jerusalem. But even from the context of being in this little laboratory called America, we've decayed, man. You said that word decadence, decay. Our parents look at us like, damn, they wild. You know what I mean? And we look at the 20-year-olds like, damn, they don't see anything.
There's a season for decadence. Yeah. When you look into the word decadence, it's 10 years. So in every 10 years, they implemented or gave us something more to destroy and hurt their soul. In other words, in 10 years, they give you the molds, all right? And then in 10 years, they can fully use the transformation to totally put it in people's minds so they fully accept it. All right, so with that which is being decayed, they're giving you a season and well, if they keep drilling it over and over, you're gonna what? You're gonna promote it. Watch out. You got it, brother. That's it.
All right, that's it. All right. Hey, everybody fall back in.
Let's go.
Fall back in.
Yeah, right.
Hey, everybody fall back in. Hey, just one. Yeah.
Let him pick
Fall
himself
back
on.
in.
I got to put his fucking hands on.
That's it. He kicked it off. He kicked it off the house shot. Kick it off the house shot.
Put his fucking hands on.
Yeah, we good.
I got this for you, brother.
Yeah, okay.
He all right. Yeah. This Ecclesiastes right here, brother.
You ain't got.
This Ecclesiastes 10 and 18.
Hey, what's your business, man?
By much softness, the building decayed.
Hey, by much slothfulness, man. By much slothfulness. Hey, Keisha get mad. Hey, by much slothfulness.
I told you to go about your business.
Yeah. Now, we're not going to take that conversation. Yeah. By much slothfulness, the building decayed. All right, go ahead.
It says, and through idleness of the hands, the house dropping through.
Through idleness of hands, the house dropping through. So what happened? Every decade, there's less and less the teaching of the Heavenly Father, man. Because even in the birth of America, they used the pillars of the Bible to build their country up. You know, even in the 20th century, the 19th century, everybody modeled their civilization in America after what? The Bible, man. But after the 1950s, all you had that liberal period, that free spirit period. All right, that's when really Satanism, the philosophies of Satanism, really placed the philosophies of traditionalism. You know, the philosophies of Satanism, man. Because you're gonna realize the 60s was really like the introduction of Satanism, man. But they use it covertly as women's liberation, feminism, even civil rights. You know, integration. All that is really rooted in Satanism, man. All right, when America got real freaky, heroin, acid. All right, go ahead, bro. When America got real new age, the 60s, that was the introduction of Satanism to America because you went into like the building decaying. So the beginning of that decadence period in the 1960s, all right, was really, it was really the introduction of Satanism, man. All right, which was a blueprint going back to the 1700s. You know, at some point, now our people are into Satan, man. You know, it's not covert. That's why you have Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X, he's twerking on Satan. They want our people to get transition into Satanism.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, bro.
If I can say this, just to add to him. And as you brothers pay attention, the merging of man with machine been the things of the latest years. During the Super Bowl, 20 commercials, AI commercials, AI, Teslas, things that can work by themselves, right? They've been drilling that into our psyche to get ready for it. Before they actually introduce something totally to you, they get you prepared for it. They use buzzwords like artificial intelligence, right? Now you start to look around like everything is digital, everything is working in an artificial way, all right? And that's part of their decadence as well. It's the what? To hurt themselves by way of their innovations, basically what? Decays them.
Because we went into the spirit like
you got it.
The same sword that you use to destroy, you're going to be destroyed by that sword.
There you go.
Come on, man.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You dig your own grave, man. Hey, y'all watch that movie where those aliens basically had those that newly married couple. That newly married couple moving to their house. And long story short, the dude was digging a ditch in his front yard. But long story short, he ended up getting buried in his own ditch that he digged, man. All right?
Don't worry about it.
All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Woo! I wish I knew the name of that movie. I saw it, man. They finessed that couple into moving into that suburb, but it was like a labyrinth, and they couldn't get out the suburb. They couldn't get out the neighborhood. I saw it. But and they had that little fake baby that grew into like a weird white But the dude was digging the ditch the whole time during the movie. Movie spoilers. But the dude grew up and threw the dude in the hole that he did for himself, man. But bury him through water, brother. So, hey, Esau, the most I got you on that burial mode, man. We finna dig a ditch and fall into it, man. Go ahead.
His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate.
Read that next part again.
It says, Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return.
Continental ballistic missiles, man. Go ahead. You finished that?
Good. This the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 5, and it reads, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
The sword, famine, death, and destruction.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole world.
Wickedness have exceeded. You can tell what's about to happen based off the behavior of the people on earth. This is the lackadaisical state that they were in during the time of Noah. During the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? Who the chief on earth?
Esau Edom, and like that brother said, hey, this devil is digging a hole for himself, and the Lord will make him bury himself. So the same wickedness that he created is going to destroy him, and that's exactly what the Lord said. Just to hit us out, it says, "And their hurtful works are fulfilled, therefore said the Lord." You got it.
Hey, they own self or their own existence is part of decadence as well. Because you got the article in where they're what? They're not reproducing at a rate. They're declining. Their whole rate is declining. Their whole rate as a people. Do you know that? The statistics that shows that Edom is not actually. They're dying more than they're actually making children. Their death rate is higher than their birth rate. But due to what? The decadence that they gave to the people. The H word, the moles, all right, all these different genders and different things. That has what? That has killed the race, a nation, right? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother. That's why I speculated. That's why they doing the C word. They got harsh when it came to abortion.
Oh yeah, they did. They changed what the name of it? I can't. What's the name of the word? It's the law they changed.
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, Roe v. Wade shit.
Yeah, the fentanyl thing too. They got real hard on drug addiction because what? A lot of young Edomites, and old Edomites are dying from overdose.
Yeah, how many phases have we went through with the drugs, with the opioids, the crack epidemic, the heroin era, right? But fentanyl, but all these things was decades. The 90s was this. The 80s was this. Now you got the opioid epidemic. All those was what? Those was works of decadence, man. Which what? That rots the that rots the nation. Right? The Lord is all about life. But they're adverse to life. Go ahead.
We know that Jake ain't bringing that shit in there.
Hell no.
Right. Jake is not bringing guns, opioids, and you name it, man. It's these Edomites. The only thing now that the curse is reversing on you.
Come on, man.
The curse is reversing on you now, man.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I got the scripture for you.
Let's go.
It's showing that they're dying off as a nation themselves. Hey, he's the harbinger of death.
Interracial dating.
Interracial. There you go.
Man.
Right?
That's really a war strategy.
Yep.
If you get an Edomite pregnant, that's really like a war tactic on their people, man.
Con.
All right.
This is our Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 3. Which being extinguished, I'm going to start at 2. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostril is a smoke, and little spark in the movement of our heart. Yeah. Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as soft air.
Yep. Because that's the you get Wisdom of Solomon 2?
2, yep.
Yeah, because they had his mindset like, shit, it ain't nothing after this.
Yep.
We not the chosen apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as a mist, well as the trace of a cloud, it shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. Yep. Here we go. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed so that no man cometh again.
Yeah, so basically they're studying the time. And they know based off what's going on in the world and the constellations out of space with the chariots, they know like, man, we're at the end. They see their prophets out here prophesizing like at the end. They're in self-preservation mode right now.
Yep. Verse 7. Let us fill ourselves with the costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass us by. Because spring represents newness, right? The creation, because they know when Jacob actually finally pulls the heel of them, then that's Jacob's spring or his beginning, right? And they know that they're in their dark or their dead season. They December, they Christmas time, the time of death, nothing grows. They know that they're about to rot away, man. All right? It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be with you. You got it. Before they be with you.
Hey, but that's why they made the movie The World of Planet of the Apes.
I think it's called The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes now. The new one coming out.
Yeah.
And Jake and apes in full rulership in the kingdom.
I'm going to show you the preview of that joint. You seen the preview?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Remind me, when we get done with this, I'm going to show you the preview. It's heavy.
And just to back up what the brother was bringing out, this is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
Hey, how about my thought? And that's why I said in Job, he set a bound that he could not pass.
That's right.
Your weakness, because nobody can take you out your rulership in your prime, Esau. We can't do it physically now. But the thing is, just like all nations, you're subject to a boundary of rulership. Now you've reached your boundary Now that kamikaze that was going up, the little ferret that ride at the ferret, now it's going down. And you're losing, and we're seeing you lose, man.
I got another one to back that up, because even in the past, when Esau was the Greeks, by them taking away the laws, that led to their decadence and decline. This is 1 Maccabees 3. I'm going to start at 27. Now, when King Antiochus heard these things, hearing how Judah's Maccabees and the Maccabees were just whipping his forces' asses, heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his realm, even a very strong army. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year, commanding them to be ready whensoever he should need them. Verse 29. Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small, he got less and less money from his realms. Why? Because of the dissension and plague which he had brought upon the land, in taking away the laws which had been of old time. He got less and less money from his realms because what? The people started following after those Greekish ways, so they got those diseases. They started dying off, just like today. He's spreading Moism, drug addiction, being a whore, broken families, and what? That's leading to birth rates declining and societies collapsing.
And what's the stats on that? Like, if 7 out of 10 Americans are too out of shape to go to war right now, like 7 out of 10 Americans are too fat to go in the military right now. Too fat to fight.
They're lowering the education rate to join the military. You don't even need to graduate high school.
Yeah, they're lowering the standard, bro.
They lowered it
For the Navy, you don't need to have as long as you're 18, you don't need the GED, a high school diploma. They need bodies.
You know what that means? Welcome. Welcome.
Oh, yes. They mean, yup, 100%. War coming, job coming.
Let me say this.
Yep.
Because you and another brother was in the Army. Marine. We know that the Navy is more about you gotta pass that. It's like an altitude test. Hazmat. You gotta pass that. Now they just driving them past that test, getting straight in.
Bodies.
Yeah. I think the army. What's the saying? Like Army for dummies. Like the laws of the low. You got the Marines. They're like top tier. Then you got like the Navy, Air Force, and shit like that. You gotta be. Come on, man. You gotta have some wits in your head to fly one of them $1 billion jets and shit.
Navy is top tier because how does America project their power? Through the Navy. How they get those troops and airplanes everywhere.
And they pass seniors 7,500 if they join. Seniors.
Come on, man.
Senior citizens. 7,500, man, you get it right away as soon as you join. What a senior gonna do at war, man? The youth went to war. In ancient time, you sent the mighty men, the youth, man.
But what they did in the World War II, they helped build them tanks. They helped build the uniforms they had on. Women was in those factories, man, working.
That means there's a lot going on overseas. It's not coming back over here.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can see. It's like for them to say, look, we'll take high school dropouts, we'll take fat people, we'll take senior citizens. What in the world is going on overseas, man?
Hey, in Ukraine right now, they're putting in laws in place to draft women. They ordered like 70,000 female uniforms. They put women over there. And even back in World War II, when Germany was at the end, they started taking old people and just throwing a gun in their hand and be like, hey, stop those Russian tanks.
They did it for Vietnam, like I always bring up. For the time of Vietnam, a lot of those guys that were drafted, like our uncles and grandfathers or whatever, a lot of them at the in the middle stage of it, they threw them out there 6 months of experience. Right. Hardly no basic training in 6 months of experience. Threw them in the woods.
Shitty M16.
Then the U.S. flew those planes over them and sprayed them with
Agent
Orange and all type of shit. The dope. You had guys re-enlisting because they wanted the dope, man. And that's all. All this shit was all about drugs, man.
Getting the
Poppy
drugs over
seeds.
here.
Yeah, poppy seeds.
They go blame Frank Lucas black ass. You see, American Gangster.
Yeah.
It's like he was like the culprit of putting the heroin in the bodies. Because they brought the U.S. When they brought the army bodies back to America, all right, the soldier bodies back to America, they had the heroin in the bodies or like in a casket. Yeah, like he was the culprit.
Yeah, underneath them, inside the casket underneath it. There was a space down there, man.
Even with that, what's that beard nigga, Freeway Ricky Ross?
Yeah, he just did a big interview. Yeah, he just did a big time interview. He said the CIA helped him. The CIA helped him in the war Contra over there in between Panama and all that shit.
Contras and Sandinistas.
Yeah, Contra and Sandinistas helped them bring the dope in, man. Right along, he said basically, Ronald Reagan was selling dope for me.
That was the Iran-Contra scandal.
Yeah.
The U.S. was giving guns to the Contras so they could, give dope to the U.S. and they make money to what? Send it to fight against the Iranians.
And it was 2 birds with 1 stone because it's to fund that war and wipe out Jake.
And then came with what? The war on terrorism to what? Baltimore imprisoned Jake.
Yeah, you took the war on drugs?
Yeah, the war on drugs.
Yeah.
War on drugs.
3-strike law.
That too.
You going to jail for being an addict? You put a product on the street, I buy your product, get hooked, now I gotta go to jail? That's why I said the wicked watches over the righteous and seeking to slay him. All these legislations are war tactics against the 12 tribes, man.
And what the other scripture in Isaiah said, woe to him who give his neighbor strong drink that he may see his nakedness, man. You devils, you brought. We don't got massive mega ships as big as this block. We don't have jumbo train planes and shit, man.
You mean to tell me you can pull over a Jake to drive a Grand Marquis and you can confiscate a pound of weed, but you can't find all these different kilos of cocaine coming through the border? Like, come on, man. So
you can just do stop and frisk in Wall Street, man. They put in their movies, they all cokeheads, but you never see a bunch of rich Edomites getting pulled over. Nope. Okay, you fit the profile of a rich Wall Street nigga that will have cocaine. No, man, that's for Jake.
Yeah, a Jake that sells drugs. That's the cart pusher of the drug empire. You understand? The Jake is on WLBT. The dude with the dreadlocks and the red eyes and shit with the tattoos on his face. That's a bottom tier nigga. Yeah, the people that actually behind it, they not on the WLBT,
You'll never see him.
You'll never see him, bro.
Suits and ties. And they look out the end wing of a building and look down upon you Jakes who they giving that shit to, man. We know what happened in 1984 to 1987. They brought that dope in here, and our mothers, our grand aunts, uncles, they got hooked on that shit, man.
Come on, and there was a war tactic. People think this. He stopped hating us in the 50s or some shit, man.
I got videos of down here. You went and seen the videos from 1982 down here. You seen the videos to 1984 when the dope first arrived to like New Orleans in particular? It was vibrant. Jake had their pants up, nice fitted shirt, vibrant. I'm talking look lively. Had bushes and shit. And then all of a sudden, 1987, started using.
Bro, that totally ruined you. You soccer, bro?
Destroyed.
It totally destroyed the Jake middle class. Because contrary to popular belief, the average so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man is naturally middle class by nature. The average Israelite man, even the so-called Black man, he's naturally like a father figure. He's naturally a hard worker. Entrepreneur, enterprising. Go ahead.
And that's how they destroyed Motown. They destroyed all that shit that was happening in Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit was a thriving city for blacks, man. Music was coming out of Motown, man.
High vibrations.
Yeah, niggas was driving Cadillacs like a motherfucker, man.
And Memphis.
There
was a lot of entrepreneurship in Memphis, man.
That too.
Yeah, Beale Street.
Yeah.
Like you said, Detroit, Memphis, because Jake was self-sufficient. So that was a war tactic, man.
Yeah, all up there in those steel mills that was in Ohio running to Pittsburgh. Jake was running that shit. That's why really a lot of this shit Esau got mad because they wanted to include Jake in the unions and shit, man, to work them jobs.
And look, in the crack cocaine era, totally destroyed the middle class. Because what happened, we left that sharecropping stuff in the South and moved to Memphis.
To these big cities.
To these big cities. Even like Compton in the 50s was a suburb.
Yeah.
So what happened, it was like, okay, the Israelites are moving to our cities. What we going to do? We're going to put them in concentrated camps called projects. So when they put us in these concentrated camps called projects, then they gave us the chemical warfare.
Hey, y'all brothers never seen y'all brothers never seen those commercials of like that's funny. Y'all brothers never seen those old commercials when those cars was in their heyday, 1950s, 60s on up. You ever seen the commercials of America's highways, the Intraplex? That shit was real. Because what happened with the so-called Negroes? They left those crops alone, left the John Deere tractor, and came to move here. To get compact in these got these. And why? And Even like right around here, what they call it, the neighborhoods around here?
Wards.
You know the word, the etymology for the word ward? It means to be locked down.
Yes.
A prison ward.
Yeah, they put Jake in Atlanta, they put them in zones. Zone 6, Zone 3. You know, it's another place. Houston, they put them in wards too.
You got a prison warden, right?
Yeah, ward, yeah.
Gun
Locked down.
lines.
Yeah. You couldn't leave those areas. Back in the day, Negroes couldn't come on this street, man. At all. You get your ass put on one of them. They used to have out here on this street, used to have those, you ever seen in Rome, used to be like a deck that the executor go on, and they had holes in the floor, and they hung niggas from them. They had that out here on Canal Street.
Same thing with Dallas where brothers teach at.
Yeah, that little spot.
Yeah.
It was known for hanging. It was my lynch mob was out there, man.
Yeah. Y'all ever read the book Without
Public,
Sanctuary?
yeah, public, what is it called? Public executions, man.
Yeah. And that was a thing in America.
Yeah,
man.
people used to line up when they start drafting people, like, you know, for the coming World War III.
What about
People who got kids and shit like that, what do you suggest they do? Because I know y'all said some top, don't go into the military. Don't go into the military. That's not the place to be. So like when they start drafting, if they draft you,
I'm going to jail, man. I'm going to jail.
You're not going to war, that's for sure.
I'm going to jail. Like in the words of Charleston White, I'm going my ass to jail.
Hey, because check this out. First of all, you go to war, you consent to the draft. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. But secondly, World War III is really a fight against the Heavenly Father. Second Ezra 13. We're coming into a time where you're gonna have to trust in the Heavenly Father and don't even know like you don't know what's gonna happen after you trust him. Like I don't know. When I say I'm not doing that shit, I don't know specifically what's gonna happen. Same thing when we have to get the juice in our arm. A lot of us couldn't go back to work unless we had the thing in our arm. You don't fucking know. All you know is what you're not gonna do. I know I'm not gonna take that Pringle, all right? Yeah, that Karagma. I know I'm not going to the military. Now, what you gonna do after that? That's on you. But I trust in the Heavenly Father.
Man, what's gonna happen? Because you got brothers that actually lost their job.
Yeah.
But they're still able to maintain their home. Things happen for the better, you know? Yeah. But like you said, the no, it's in our minds, we're not doing that shit.
we did it already.
Yeah, and you had certain individuals that was down here. Oh, this was happening. I just had to go. No, you ain't had to go do that shit, man. We ain't doing it. Like I say, if jail is a thing, so be it, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
The Lord freed Peter out of jail.
This Psalms 34 and 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth out of them all.
Okay.
Many are the afflictions of the righteousness, but Yahweh, or who they call God, delivered us out of it all. Part of his fame is delivering us. Part of the payoff for doing this, looking crazy in garments, is that when his judgment comes, we get delivered. Why would he set us up to warn you, and then after it happens, we get destroyed? It don't make sense.
Yeah, no sense.
He called us to warn you. So all we know is that we're going to be protected. That's part of our insurance, man. You know? And like I said, it's going to come a point in time, we can't clock in to work. We can't check our bank account, huh?
It's coming.
Yeah, we can't hop in our car and duck off, dip off. You know, our cars got VIN numbers on it. You go on a bridge, it's
Scanners.
It's a scanner. So you can't duck off here. I'm gonna go drive somewhere.
Hey, Shaquan, do y'all have those blue lights in Jackson?
I believe we do have a blue light.
Fucking them overhanging lights.
Yeah.
Them overhanging lights were set up at the time of the C-19 to get all these scanners and these facial recognition cameras ready to where if your car license plate, that little number that be in the corner sometimes down here, it's an actual barcode under the scanning machines. They know who you is, you know if your car's still got insurance, everything, or they gonna know you have the chip. Because me and this brother was supposed to do a video. They said that those police cameras you see down here with the red and blue lights that be in the hood, they're actually working on the technology now to actually facial recognition you to tell if you have the mark of the beast now. It was all on paper.
Well, I believe you, bro.
Huh?
They can detect if it's in their body.
Yes.
That's why it was an iPhone.
Yes.
The iPhone can tell if like somebody has the juice. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
because one time I went. Somebody came down here we went on that street. I had just got the iPhone Pro Max, you know, and then I went like this with the camera. Y'all remember that? The camera was picking up everybody.
Picking up everybody's faces, yellow boxes on everybody.
Everybody.
And it was jumping, moving around. That's just moving, catching everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then just like this shit is just like a Tesla. They can update new software to do what they wanted to do, man.
Yeah. And if it's civilian available for civilians, imagine what he saw.
They already said every technology that the so-called white man has for the military is 40 years advanced than what's going on now. 40 years. So AI is fucking old, brother.
Yeah, that's old.
AI is old. They got some shit that'll make this shit grin, a smile.
What we see now is what they had back when Nixon was
Yes. Yes.
They showed it in like certain movies, or you see certain footages.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, if this is 1930s, what he doing with that? You know what I mean?
And then they got so-called conspiracy pictures of people with cell phones.
Yeah.
Edomites. Yeah, with shit, man. Every weapon you see, like the weapons we got, this shit 40 years old. What the fuck is a Glock?
At least 40.
Yeah, at least 40. What the fuck is a Glock?
That nigga dead anyways when he first invented it. Glock dead.
I mean,
What that nigga name? The Glock man, he died. He died what? A couple months ago.
These niggas got ray guns and shit.
Well, what do? You give a dog leftovers. So the people out here, we all look at as loyal.
Yeah.
So if you give us your leftovers, what you got now? You know?
High tech shit, brother.
Come on, man. What Andre 3000 say? He got something that can blow you up from where he at. Something like that.
Hey, I be into that shit. You know what I'm saying? That world, that particular world, I jump in and out of that. Man, they got shit I didn't heard about. Like, you watched, what that shit is called? Black, the movie Black? What that one?
Black Mirror.
When them motherfuckers the bullets return corners.
Wanted.
Oh, yeah. Them devils been talking about that shit, man. I'm talking about at least around the time I've been on that type of shit. Them motherfuckers got bullets with poison in them. Shoot you not to kill you, but to poison you, man. To track you. They put the MOTB in a bullet and hit you with it just to put it in you. These niggas got some shit, man.
Man, he's gonna be like a madman stirring none.
That heart attack, like you play that Call of Duty shit, you see the heart attack scanner. I showed the brother they really got that shit that you can hook on mount on your gun, and motherfuckers inside here you can see everybody's heartbeat and then to know that they're in there, how many people in there. Yeah. You never got this shit, man.
Soon gonna be the food. Vaccines gonna be the food. They're gonna vaccinate everybody with food.
You got motherfucking Jake talking about a goddamn raglan ass Draco, man. What is that? What is Esau laugh at that shit, man? Esau got some shit called a microwave weapon. He'll make that gun melt in your hand, man. You know? For real.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this too before we get back to the scriptures. You had that movie, The Good Shepherd, right? I think that was in Nicaragua. That was somewhere like in Central America. And they didn't want to abide by the CIA or something, right? So they at a coffee table, and he's explaining to them, this is how I'm going to make them abide by us. And he showed them
CIA agent?
Yeah, the CIA agent was talking to what's that main character name? Matt Damon looked like. He showed Matt Damon like, this is how we gonna make them cooperate. He showed them a locust, and then the next scene they show like locusts swarming the Nicaraguans. And basically, he was saying this: they won't listen to us. We're gonna flood them with a plague, locusts.
Oh,
this is 1950s. So he showed him in the 1950s, like he showed them like one locust. Like, this is how we gonna make them cooperate. Next thing you know, locusts swarm their people. Now this is a famine now. So this is what they did in the 1950s to make a nation cooperate. Imagine what you can do in 2024 to make a nation cooperate, man. High active rural research program.
Yeah.
Hey, this man. Hey, now we don't have any pamphlets, sir.
No, I got that.
All right.
That man come here all the time.
He really wants some money. Yeah, he wants some money. But the thing is, heart control frequencies. Now, brothers get into the frequencies, right? Yeah. If you want to sleep better, you put it on what? 432 hertz. So if we as commoners know about these frequencies, what does this man know about frequencies? In 1939, I think it was the Rockefellers. They changed the frequency from 432 hertz to 439 hertz. Now that puts you more on the anxiety frequency, a more warlike frequency. 432 is a healing frequency. So why did they say we gotta take everybody off this 432 frequency, man? But going back to hearts, I have reason to believe he could concentrate frequencies in certain demographics. That's why every city, Jake kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And on the west side of everywhere, Jake is kind of like crazy.
In the water too.
They did that at a Travis Scott concert not too long ago. They changed the frequency.
Yeah.
And people started bleeding. People started
seen
going crazy.
demons about the
Yeah, I saw that.
Acting crazy.
Yeah.
People started
And
dying.
they did it with the water, because you still got niggas down here in New Orleans drinking tap water.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You know, that's the worst shit to drink. I know some from the sink. I know niggas, like my grandpa and them niggas still drink tap water, brother. And these devils putting their chemicals in the water to control people, man. Like that, remember that black scientist guy? They said they was doing testing on frogs to make niggas gay, man. It's something in
Atrazine.
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 They were taking the glands out of frogs and merging them together and making the frogs gay. And they put that atrazine and different other chemicals in the water.
Take them from male to female.
Yeah, that's why you got these niggas out here. You know, they want to give other men spine taps, man.
They on the movie Leave the World Behind. Remember when they buzzed their ears?
Oh, yeah,
and all
yeah.
of them grabbed their ears?
Yeah, high frequency.
You know,
That
like,
made the son teeth.
his teeth came. He
No,
started
the
falling
leech.
out. The leech that got on him that bit him.
Look,
It was an
when they
animal
went-
that made his teeth.
remember when they went to
I ain't
eat
get
him?
to watch it yet, though.
That was
didn't watch it?
I ain't watching it.
when they went to eat him. That was kind of hip to everything that was going on.
Mhm.
He kind of exposed it. He was like, hey, they have other accounts of the same thing
The
happening.
same thing happened.
Yeah, you gotta go back and look at that.
Hey, this is the warning label on a 5G tower. It says, warning, this is a 5G small cell tower. The signals emitted by this tower are damaging to humans, animals, and plants. Frequencies emitted by this device can be as high as 100 gigahertz and exceed recommended FCC exposure limits. It says exposure can cause headaches, insomnia, cognitive fog, fatigue, tinnitus, vision problems.
Yeah, but everybody wanted that because they say, "Oh, my phone 5G is moving faster,
Yeah.
man." All right, but what it's really damaging the electricity in your brain and shit, man.
It's
Your neurons and shit, man. It's damaging. You got it.
heart issues, flu-like symptoms, muscle and nervous systems. Muscle and nervous system problems.
Shit making us sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Yeah. And that's why they camouflage it in your environment.
Yeah.
Like a big ass fake tree.
Right here.
Yeah, they got one right here on the corner. Yeah. Looks like a pole, but it's not really a pole, man. Shit, well, damn, I don't got the. I'm looking for the ladies.
Oh yeah,
They
it's
snuck
right
and put
there.
them up though.
See, look,
During
Yeah.
that lockdown,
Yeah.
Everybody was inside.
when everybody
Look,
was
it's right
inside,
here,
you just saw
Look.
people building up.
you got one,
You got it.
2, 3. See the fourth one, the tall. Look at the top of it. How it's thick. At the top of that, down in the street by brothers.
They got it up there.
Yeah, that's
Look at
right
the
there.
words.
Yeah.
Look at the words on the words in the building right there. Look at that thick pole right there.
It's thick at the top.
Oh yeah, come on, see it.
It's a 5G tower.
That's a fucking weapon, man.
And they everywhere.
Nigga, I want to say this too,
Yeah,
Squad.
yeah, yeah.
I remember going to Baton Rouge to visit other brothers, and I was sitting outside of the parking lot. Right, I can't got some food, and I looked at my phone. My phone never was 5G. I said, "What the fuck is 5G? That 5G shit? It was LT.
LTE.
LTE. 5G. So I went on the 5G map. They only had at one time in Baton Rouge about 5G towers. I looked from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, it was none. It wasn't even nothing down here. By the time I got to move in my other house, probably like 4 months later, in Slidell, it was fucking hundreds of 5G towers. Along the highway, neighborhoods, everything. But the person, this shit is a weapon, man.
It's a weapon, man. And this, can we get that right quick? The wicked watches over the righteous and seeketh to slay him. That's why I said they watch over the lepers should watch the cities, man. This man is making war moves, but you know how you counter that? Like, even when he got homosexual frequencies out here, he got like I don't know if you deal with rage. I mean, why I feel like fucking somebody up? Yeah, he directed. I believe it's because he's directed frequency. He put us on a war frequency.
I got it on my phone. The dude that was with the government, he said they could do some other shit with the light, like the moon and sunlight. With I think one of those machines they got, and have people, the conscious mind get shifted to whatever they want. Like if you wanted, like the MK Ultra, if they wanted to
put a guy like Marilyn Manson or the attitude of one of these serial killers, they just throw that frequency out there in the air.
Wow.
One of these, there's a book too, Behold the Pale Hearts. It's in that. They said they get these motherfuckers that's in these mental wards, and they nothing more than guinea pigs to them. All these shootings and shit that you see.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the guy that shut up the
in New York?
No, the one that shut up the movie theater for the Batman shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget his name.
That guy with the pink hair. Nobody never seen the trial. Nothing. Right. These guys are MK Ultra type of motherfuckers, man. The old nigga in Las Vegas that was up there at the top window doing his thing. What happened to the case? You never heard of about it.
Nah, you're right, bro.
They showed that shit in a movie called Serenity. You know, you had a chick who was a government weapon. And when they flashed a certain frequency on the computer, she turned into a killer. She went from normal to go to a straight killing machine.
That reminds me of Manchurian Candidate. But you know how we counter the frequencies? Prayer. This right here is really it's like a defense. It's like a invisible orb that's protecting us against the frequencies of Satan. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when we out here teaching in Yahweh, because even the Hebrew penetrates that demonic shit. When you speak the Hebrew, that breaks down the frequencies, man. All right.
The elder brother always go into, you know, and I got the scripture to back it up. Let me bring it up real fast. This Psalms 34:7. It reads, "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them." The elder always go into it. You know, hey, they're not only just protecting us from, you know, demons that's happening on other people or demons that's plaguing you, but also the things that we eat. All right, different frequencies, as brothers are saying, man. You know how we'll be just like any other Jake in the world if the angels were protecting us from these different, you know, dyes and different chemicals that's in the food.
That's mind altering.
That's literally.
It's literally.
We grew up eating the same foods as these other people. We grew up eating those same foods.
But we didn't bug out though.
That's right, brother. So you know the angels are actually protecting brothers from these things, and you boost that by also what? Praying, fasting, doing the things that the scriptures prescribe, right, to heal you. You see?
Beautiful, bro. Your pot. Because now the food is a chemical warfare.
That's right.
When you strip the nutrients out, it's no longer food. When you inject it with chemicals, now it's a drug. It's a mind-altering drug. There's a correlation between violence in the hood and processed food. So now we can say processed food is really, it's like a mind-altering drug.
You got some evidence for you, but let's go get it, bro.
It says, Naval intelligence officer who predicted 9/11 wrote this in 1991. It says, this is from the book Hold the Pale Horse.
Bill Cooper.
It says,
check this out now. You better tell me this ain't going on right now. Everything that he's gonna read, man.
It says the government encouraged the manufacture and importation of military firearms for criminal use. This is intended for the selling of insecurity, which would lead the American people to voluntarily disarm themselves by passing laws against firearms.
This shit been broken for.
Yep, that's what they have now. Go ahead.
It says, using drugs and hypnosis on mental patients in a process called Orion, the CIA transformed these people to open fire. To open fire on schoolyards.
That's all we've been having with the last decade, 15 years. Elementary school shootings, college campus shootings.
Especially when Sleepy Joe got in office. Because anybody know, when Sleepy Joe was senator or governor of Maine, he was heavily into mass shootings. That's why now 2 people can get shot. They're gonna deem that a mass shooting. You notice that? Everything is a mass shooting now, man. And ever since that thing that happened in Florida with those switch hitters, all right, in that school, Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
What they've been doing, man. Go ahead.
This is from 1991. It says, using drugs and hypnosis on mental patients in a process called Orion, the CIA inculcated the desire in these people to open fire on schoolyards and thus inflame the anti-gun lobby. Yeah, this plan is well underway, and so far it's working perfectly.
If I can add, that name Orion is the name of a giant hunter in the Greek mythology.
Yeah,
man.
it's a constellation.
It's a constellation.
Yeah,
It's 7 stars too, but it's also named that. You got it.
No, I'm sorry. It's in Proverbs.
Yeah.
And they
It's
mentioned
Proverbs,
Orion. Yeah.
Con, you mentioned it earlier when I was watching. You said it earlier today. You brought out Orion in the constellation of stars. Orion.
Right.
So
Wasn't that movie where they were killing each other when you heard the
the sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm telling them. The movie production company was called Orion.
It was called Orion Pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Yes.
A giant, a killer.
And that building was a big ass giant black building.
Yup.
Wow.
They had shutters.
Yeah,
It was closed out.
Office workers, when they heard a sound and they would just start
Blood, they start killing each other. Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, what were they doing? They were all running around a cell tower because they were in that train.
Yup, they was in the train.
That's gonna happen.
The frequency.
Yeah, go back to what he was saying.
Because you said something about waters too, right?
Yeah, we made out of water. So
We made out of water.
You can do certain hertz, megahertz of water.
Change the frequency of water.
Change the frequency of water.
They showed you that experiment when you play like heavy metal, a glass of water, it gets all violent, and you play like a violin, it gets
Even in playing, you play a certain frequency. Like the brother said, you got 432, you got 572, something like that. I forgot all the frequencies. So when you play certain frequencies, an actual little plant, you play rock and roll. The plant actually learns from rock and roll. You play music like harps, classical music. It actually leans toward react to it.
What David played to get the demons off the song.
Harp. Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's about frequency, vibration. This devil know that, man. We made out of water. We standing in water, like this brother said earlier. We are fishes. So we standing in this water. This devil know how to manipulate that water, man, through music, through signals and sounds, man. Who knows? This fucking devil might be on the outskirts of the city, but one of these machines is got niggas tripping, man.
It's not natural to be like this.
No.
The average Jake you see in the city, no matter where you at,
They bugged out.
they bugged out. That's not natural. And you can see it in Jake's face, man. Like, that's not earthly. But the Most High put people on earth, when he planted us in this earth, we were meant to be civil. The Israelites are civil. We weren't meant to be all belligerent like that.
Hey, brother, I seen the nigga this morning while I was gassing up the truck. He's out there fighting like what's your boy from Boys in the Hood? He was saying, get off me. Nobody. He had his full uniform on and everything, ready for work. He fighting. Ain't nobody's there, man.
Yeah, nobody's there.
He was just talking to me and the other dude, man.
I saw that. Yes, I saw that same guy.
What he had on?
He had on like a uniform, right?
The blue, where he had the highlighted reflectors.
I don't remember that part. I just remember like he looked like a civilized man.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why he doing like some shit like this in the middle of a gas station? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can add also, the homeless people, y'all not they like zombie-like states.
Yeah,
On
they
the
are.
corners not like.
They are.
They wasn't like that. Heroin don't do you that.
Yeah.
You know, heroin have you kind of gone, but they're like in a zombie-like state,
Right.
stuck, fried, man. Like this is real, man.
We're witnessing the things that we read about. Those
Yeah.
MK Ultra articles we used to read. Yeah, we're seeing it now. You know?
Right along with the C-19, because the C-19 has a component in it called Hydra. Y'all already know what Hydra is?
Yeah, bro.
Hydra is like, oh shit. You know, they got the Hydra cell. Where it's a particular cell. It look like a serpent. It was funny. That company Dodge got a new. You know how niggas got Hellcats and shit. They got a new particular brand in their car coming out called Hydra. It look like a dragon, right? But what Esau said with this dragon is, if you try to, like you said, the actual, it look like a leech, some type of small leech. If you try to destroy it, like just get a razor and cut it up, it's gonna morph into four. Like you kill, slice one up, it's gonna turn into four. You can't kill it.
I got you. This the name Hydra, the name of the many-headed Lernaean water serpent slain by Hercules in Greek mythology. But it's a many-headed Lernaean. Lernaean.
Hey, put it in Dodge Hydra and watch how that shit look, man. And Apostle Hall went into this a while back too. Hey man, this devil putting some shit in the the vaccines, man. All right, and you can't kill it. It just taking over. Yeah, I think you can take over, manipulate a person's body. You remember that? Yeah. Yeah, that's how the
Serpent like. But you can liken it to that dragon, man. That fucking old dragon.
what it look like. Like a dragon, right? That's the new shit that come. I said, man, this is some wild shit here, man.
Yep.
Yeah. They've been coming out some demonic shit over there, Dodge, Dodge Demon and all
Red
that
Eye,
shit.
Demon, Hellcat.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. You know, we've been going into the frequencies and how do the frequencies travel through the air.
Yep.
This is, and we know that this is talking about, you know, the spiritual demon Satan, but he has his physical counterpart as well. This is Ephesians chapter 2. I'm going to start at 1. And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. And Esau, we know it's talking about the spiritual demon Satan, but Esau is the prince of the power of the air as well, because he's got these towers bouncing off these signals.
And if you're the prince of the power of the air, that means you mastered what travels through the air. You mastered the frequencies.
The fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven
Yeah.
above.
Yeah, we forgot too. We forgot about CERN too.
I totally forgot about CERN.
Yeah, we forgot about CERN. That devil got that shit, man.
So that's why it's if you break it down, it's a spiritual. If you go when you start going to frequencies, that's a spiritual warfare. So the way you counter the frequencies, all right, is prayer. All right, pray in the name of the Heavenly Father. Stay in tune, man. Keep their heads over you, man. Because there's a reason why we not bugging out, but they bugging out. All right, and they're bugging out, man. All right.
God. According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
But he was praised to that spirit, man. That spirit deals with him. You got some brothers.
Yeah, this Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there's no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel.
There's no enchantment. And really, there's no enchantment against the 1/3, man. All right? But best believe frequencies is really witchcraft, man. Dealing with the frequencies is witchcraft, man.
All working in the children of disobedience. And our people are disobedient right now because of what? Like you were saying earlier, those frequencies that got them thrown off.
And there's no hiding from the air. When you think about it, what place can you go that the air can't be in your circulation?
Yeah,
right? You can't survive. It's like it's like a heaven. The air is everywhere, man.
That makes him omnipresent.
Yeah. Well, he's showing himself to be.
Yeah. Right.
Because at the end of the day, that element was created by the Lord, right? And given unto him here to what? Utilize it against us for disobedience, man. You know? Yeah, you got it.
One about, it's like, some type of shit was in the air. People were like,
and
outside.
Not when the grass and stuff, it was the
happen.
The happen.
With Mark Wahlberg.
It was called the happen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Another chemical walk. Yeah.
This man is a wizard, man.
He don't even gotta come and shoot you or physically get by you. He can kill you from miles away, man.
And another form of MK Ultra is really black culture, so-called black culture.
Yeah.
All right, street culture, that little dirt energy, that drill rap.
Yeah.
That's that song they play. We start killing each other too.
Who cloned Tyrone?
Who cloned Tyrone, man?
We got a question too.
Okay.
How do you know what tribe you belong to?
Well, we just go, if you're, like, for example, if your great-grandparents came over here by cargo slave ships, it's a chance that you from Judah, the tribe of Judah. Now, there's another thing that happened. The tribe of Levi is the so-called Haitians, right? Well, you had the Haitian Revolution. And after the Haitian Revolution, a lot of people from the tribe of Levi, so-called Haitians, came to New Orleans. So a lot of brothers and sisters, they don't go back to Levi. But the prophecies are in Genesis, the 49th chapter, and we just go in the spirit as to what tribe is who. All right? Like Issachar is the so-called Mexicans, right? But in prophecy, it tells you that Issachar is a strong ass or a donkey couched between two birds. All right? And if you go into it literally, that's their working style. All right? They have two birds between the asses, and Mexico is between what? America and was it South America?
Right.
This is two burdens, man. So I mean, it takes a little time to go into the breakdowns, but typically, if your father came over here on slave ships, you're a Negro. Or if your line goes back to Haitians from the Haitian Revolution, you're a Levite, so-called Haitian.
Yeah.
All right, if you go back to the Caribbeans, the islands, it's Benjamin. All right, like Bob Marley and them. You know, that's how we can tell. Say it again, sir. Your father was Indian?
Yeah.
All right, that's so-called Native Americans. That would be Gad.
Tribe of Gad.
Gad in the Hebrew means troop. All right? But if your father was Indian, that means you're so-called Native American or a Seminole Indian. What tribe of Indian was he, if I may ask? That's Gad? Blackfoot? Yeah. So, yeah, that's Gad. That will mean you're the tribe of Gad, sir. And like I said, the other so-called Native Americans that dwell in America, the Florida Everglades, are the Seminole Indians. They would be the tribe of Reuben.
Mostly down here was the Choctaw.
Choctaw. Yeah, so I'm from Mississippi. Before it was called Mississippi, it was called Choctaw Nation. So just like Florida, they had their Trail of Tears too. So a lot of the so-called Choctaw had to move to Oklahoma.
Right.
If you stay here, you have to lose your residence. But a lot of us, we go back to the Creole, the Choctaw. It's another one I'm missing too. But yeah, you're Gad. You're a Gadite. All right.
Cherokee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you say 12 tribes, and then what happened to the 13th tribe? Did you merge with the other? Because that was 13, right?
Well, that was the tribe of Dan.
Oh, okay.
But because of his transgression, he lost his position as a tribe. And like you said, he was blended with the other 12 tribes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you which shall befall you in the last days.
Yeah, this is prophecies concerning the 12 tribes. Go ahead.
This verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome in the last.
Now, what was the infantry that overcame Gad, the so-called Native Americans?
The U.S. cavalry.
It's a number they had, like the U.S. cavalry, but it's a number that they had identified by. But that was the troop that overcame the so-called Native Americans. And they had our bodies stacked in droves. Because they'll wait till we go hunting, all right, to kill the women and children, man. They kill out the buffalo. This was our food supply. Millions of buffalo. America used to be permeated with buffalo, man. All right? Yeah, I forget the name of the number of the cavalry. But what it says is that a troop shall overcome Gad. That's the U.S. military overcoming the so-called Native American Indians and pushing them off in the reservations, man. All right, because really the South, when you travel through the South, you're really in a Native American's land. Really the Americans, period. That's why you go through Alabama, you see Native Americans. You know about the Philadelphia, Mississippi, Choctaw, Mississippi. That's Native American land, man. All right, but you know about the Natchez Trace? That's where Native Americans travel because they follow the animals for a food source, man. But this is all Native Americans' land, so-called Native Americans' land. 7? Yeah.
That's funny.
7 cavalry.
7 cavalry to the
7 what?
7 cavalry.
It was a 7 cavalry.
You know, the Lord did that.
Go ahead.
In the spirit. How can you discover a place where people already live?
Yeah. I discovered New Orleans. Might as well. All right, you got it. Gad, man, Gad gonna overcome that troop at the last, man. So we're at the end of your rulership. There's no such thing as the end of the world. It's the end of your world, big guy. All right? And the one that you never thought of is gonna take rulership. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, they're the Israelites according to the Bible, and we're about to come back into power. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, is about to put us back in a position of power, man. All right? Brother, we get 2 Ezra 6 and 7.
Yeah, we better close it up.
Okay.
I got that second. You got it?
Yeah, it's about that time.
All right, we can close it out with this.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
How many times the Bible has been rewritten?
Well, yeah, you had the Bible Destruction Group. 1826, and they actually had their attempt was to alternate the Bible. All right, but certain words, like how I say, God so loved the world. So, but that word "world" is not the world that we think today. All right, it's actually talking about a particular organization of people, a particular nation of people. So if you want to say, huh?
Like in Amos,
Yeah.
the 9th chapter, it's a particular verse in there that they purposely
From the New Testament to the Old Testament. So you got two verses. You got more than
It's only one testament.
you got more than the New Testament.
You gotta understand, the preachers and these people that are motivational speakers, they have taught you to think there's two different testaments. The Bible really is all one. But the Lord tell you, I come in the volume of the book. It's written to me.
But they're all one. But when you want to reconvert something to start to take things away to put what you want in there, that means you're reconstructing the Bible. So the Bible has been reconstructed how many times?
Nah, none.
I mean, I'm just asking how many times?
I'm telling you the answer. The answer is none.
The question is real simple. How many times has the Bible has been reconstructed?
Let me ask you something, sir. Do you believe in the Bible? No. All right. Well, what are we doing, sir? With all due respect, get Romans the 3rd chapter.
I mean, my father was a preacher. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I was raised up with the Bible.
Yeah.
You know, the New Testament, Old Testament, King James, Old.
I got a question.
Yeah,
So pastors, right?
Yeah.
They get up there and they collect tithes, right?
Yeah.
So which tribe is the only tribe that's supposed to collect money?
It's about the priests.
Right.
The Levites.
Right.
Yeah.
So why, like T.D. Jakes and everybody gets up there and they collect money? Why?
And then you know what the
But
pastor.
wait, they collect it every Sunday, right?
Yes,
When did Aaron collect that tithe?
They wouldn't have tied
Don't
back
you
then.
put me on there and I'm
I'm
100
sorry.
pounds overweight.
I'm sorry.
Boy, I've been done pulled out all your trash.
You wearing all black, man. Be good.
So wait, like right, TJ, everybody gets up there Sunday and they say get his money, right? So when he asked for that 1/10, it was how
It was a
when?
donation.
It was once a year though, right?
Yeah, it's a
So I'm just a
donation.
little confused how they do that.
They tell you that the Old Testament is done away with, but they use the Old Testament
But no,
to
but
take time.
Jesus said don't get them tithes. He said to give to the poor. So if somebody goes to
Listen to what I
feed their
said.
hungry, I'm supposed to feed them, right?
No,
And
listen to
God
this.
is in Jesus is
No,
in white
no.
and black. He's the spirit, right? He said hair like lamb's wool, right? I've never seen a white man with hair like lamb's wool.
Let's get back to the
Yeah.
Right?
I hear what you're saying, man. We can do that 2nd Ezra 6 right there.
Did not stop.
Yeah. It's a statement and a question at the same time.
Yes.
See, the ostrich is not giving wisdom. This is 2nd Ezra 6, verse 7. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7.
The buffaloes ain't extinct.
We found the last American buffalo.
Yeah.
Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yeah. Let's not talk about busting. It's time to get out of here. In verse 8.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And that's it. Esau is the end of the world. The so-called white man is the end of the world. And the like a flower that springs forth in Wisdom of Solomon 2, we represent the beginning of a new age. All right, but hey, look. Hey, you want to close it out, brother? Hey, with that, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Devil, unassigned elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of the elect. A Bible ball.
A Bible ball.
Come out, shalom.
Come out, shalom.
How about Shalom? Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.